Are we live? I've never done this streaming thing before, but I'm doing it tonight. Hello and welcome to Down to Mike's. There's no episode this evening. I wanted to do a few announcements. So I've got a buddy of mine, Dominic. He's coming over tomorrow. We might end up talking a little bit about sports. He's a big sports guy. He's got his own channel. He follows college football. It's the Sun Belt Syndicate. You can check that out. I'll let him talk about it tomorrow. We'll talk about a few other things, probably our first and second camping trips together. We used to work together and travel, so we'll get into that. Next week's pretty jam-packed, though. I'm bringing Ty back. We got a few more things to talk about, especially maybe clear up a few things. Tristan, I'm sorry. She did not make out with my brother. She made out with Jason Chago, okay? A different guy. My brother was with Jason Chago's sister. Anyways, that's for another day, but I am sorry about that. That's my fault. I don't have it showing up on the screen, but check this out. Let's see if I can just pop it up there. Boom! There it is. I have third party. So we can have guests. So starting next week, I might get somebody else on the couch while, depending on who's with me. But anyways, 3 people. Awesome. So we're going to start doing that. Things are looking up here. Things are growing. I'm excited. I'm hoping this stream's working because I definitely can't do this again. I don't even know how I'm talking and making this much sense right now. But, as far as next week goes, it is going to be, there's going to be some good stories being told. I got my buddy Eric coming on. We, made an attempt to go down the Cape Fear River. I have successfully made that trip, but it was not with Eric. But our failed attempt was 3 days of complete and utter craziness. We almost died multiple times. We caught no fish. We left bruised, hungover, and we didn't make it. But I'll leave that story for when Eric gets here and we can tell it together. You don't want to miss that one. So let me turn this back off. Look at me. I did all this myself again. I figured out how to put that next scene, I guess you'd call it. But please keep watching. Please share it with your friends because the more views I get, the better I can get at this. And the more people I can get to help me. You guys know how it works. So, I hope you enjoyed so far. We're 2 episodes in. I'm having a blast. I wish I could do this every day. I really do. But, so with that being said, I got Dominic. I'm not going to say his last name till he comes in and says that's okay. But Dominic's coming in tomorrow. And when he does, I want you to close your eyes and really imagine what you think a Dominic looks like. And then if he lets me say his last name, I'll throw there's vowels in that as well. And I want you to just picture that man, and then I will bring him out here. So look for that tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I'll be doing an episode with Dominic. And later this week, I'm going to talk to Ty again. Next Friday, I'm bringing Eric in. And Eric's a whirlwind. He is a personality that you just can't look away. You can't look away. Eric's had a crazy life so far. Still going. It's still kicking. Some of us don't know how, but he is still rip roaring, ready to go. So I can't wait to get him in here and talk a little bit about our pasts. Because we've already talked about this. Like, do I tell stories? And I think it's good for a lot of the people, a lot of the people that watch this already, they know me. But a section of me because a lot of people are from New York and they know me up until I was 17. A lot of people down here know me from 18 to 23. And then there's another section of people that know me from 25, till now. So I want to share some of these experiences I've had with you guys and let you in on some of the wild stuff that I've done up until this point that keeps me unable to reach my shoelaces until about 10 a.m. My body's wanting to give up on me, and I'm nowhere as close to giving up. So, I want to keep trucking. I want to keep creating stories, and I figure if I bring in enough people to talk about the different sections of my life and the times that I've enjoyed with them, and you guys get to listen and enjoy that, then when I do start talking to other people and hopefully growing this, we can talk to those people together. And me as well as the person sitting next to me. So I think that's important. I think it's something that's not being done out there on the internet, where you can personally get to know the host. I'm going to let you guys in. Jesus, that's my brother. So if he does know, because my brother obviously follows me. If he knows I'm live streaming, why are you blowing up my phone? Come on, man. I'm trying to make this happen here. And maybe one day I'll get my brother in here, which I think that episode will probably happen in March. So plan on it. He's a big part of JSR Live Golf. He's got a simulator in his pole barn, and he plays golf with his buddies, and it's fun to watch, especially if you're a golfer. And I just think that technology for games has come so far. It's wild. But I want to keep this short and sweet. This is what I got on here tonight to tell you guys. We got a lot coming up. And I'm looking forward to it. And I think this is really starting to gain some traction. I've got a lot of friends. I've got a lot of friends that have hit me up on Facebook and they want to come on here. So, okay, I'm game. Let's do it. Anyone, let's have a conversation, because as long as, some of them I might have to have a talk with before we get out here, and full disclosure, I'm not, I don't need some stories getting out there. We all got those ones we want to keep in the closet. You know what I mean? So, but for the most part, yeah, it won't be a live stream. It won't be like this with some of these people on here. I might have to edit. But that's coming. I think I'm going to figure out the editing thing too. And when I do get this get that couch seat going, I hope that's pulling up for you guys, because I'm so proud of this. This took me all day today to figure out how to get that seat, and let me know. Send me some comments. I'm going to sit there right now, and you let me know if this will work for you guys. And remember, this is zero budget. I've only got so long a cords going to these cameras. So if you tell me a different angle would be better, I might not be able to reach. I might have thought of it already, and I just can't get the camera to face that way. So the movie magic, this is about as good as it gets right now, but give me 1 second. Let's test this out. So this is how it be. My mic's not hooked up yet, but this is where the guys will be sitting that I'm talking to. And I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to be loud enough so that you can hear me, but I'll have this mic hooked up tomorrow. And this is my guest spot. This is my guest spot for now. I might put some shit behind me just to make it look a little bit better. So how was that? Did that look good on there? I hope so. Um, so, and hopefully, like I said, I lost my train of thought. Well, the reason why I didn't have an episode last night or tonight for you guys to watch is because I've been a little under the weather, and I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm trying to hold back a cough, and I didn't want to. I just didn't want to do it. I'm feeling a lot better tonight, um, but I think tomorrow night I'll get Dominic in here, and we'll have a chat, and he's pretty comfortable being behind the camera, so I don't think I'll have any issues with him keeping his mouth close to the mic or hopefully just talking about whatever. I think and I think with the fact that I want to keep things light, and I told you I didn't want to talk about religion or politics or even sports, I'm going to let sports in on this one. I'm not going to know what he's talking about, but you guys probably will. And I'll let him talk about that. But I guess what I'm saying is me and Dominic here, I think we have two completely different views on current events, but we are still friends, and we go camping every year, and we just leave that stuff out of it, and we get along just fine because, we're both cool dudes. And that's what I want to have in here. I don't want to have a discussion about what you think is right or wrong or who should be in office or this and that. I just don't give a shit. I don't. Because, the government's going to do what it wants to do. You don't really have a say. I'm sorry, but you don't. It's kind of ignorant to think that they would leave anything up to the people. They haven't done that in probably close to 100 years. So my life goes along a lot better just not worrying about it. I worry about what I can see and what's around me. And that's why I don't talk about it. It's, you can have your opinions. I'll have my opinions, and I'll keep them to myself. And we'll get along just fine, I don't think there's a need to preach. I think everybody's a big boy. So I'll end that there. And I'll end this stream here. Hopefully this live stream worked. And, let's get it done. I'm just jabbering on now. So thanks for tuning in. You who have tuned in already, thank you. And please subscribe to the channel. Watch the videos, and when they start off slow, just play it in your car, because there are funny moments in most of these, but it takes some guys a little while to get comfortable in their shoes. So, just let it play in the background and give it a listen. Don't just scroll through this or listen to the first 5 minutes, because that's usually us just jibber jabbing and getting comfortable. I know a lot of the stuff with me and Tom, it didn't really start getting comfortable until the end of the darn episode, but that was the first one, and I'll leave it there, so when he comes back, I think it's going to roll a lot better, and I think a third person in here is going to make things all the more comfortable. Again, it might be a little bit strange because we still be standing here, and directly to my left is the chair, but like I said, I'm kind of limited on how I can do things right now, but it'll still look good to you guys. I hope that looked good with me sitting there. So I actually have a few stories I could go and tell you guys that happened to me this week. But I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for tomorrow. So, here's my first test live stream. I'm throwing it out there. I'm letting you guys know about the week. Please tune in. I'll post it tomorrow evening. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So thanks for coming down to Mike's. You will not be able to reconnect your stream. We'll stop you. Will no longer be live. Is it still live? Cool. Okay, I'm just going to click yes.